I welcome you all in this session. Myself, Aarti Talaulikar. Module name Ribosome 1, module number 20, and the title of the unit is Cell and its Components. In this module, we are going to learn the concept of ribosomes, sedimentation coefficient, types of ribosomes, and the structure of prokaryotic ribosomes. On the completion of this module, you will be able to explain what are ribosomes, and you will also be able to describe the structure of prokaryotic ribosomes. Ribosomes are small, dense, granular ribonucleoprotein particles. They occur in all prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The name ribosome is derived from Greek words ribo, that is ribonucleic acid, and soma means body. Ribosomes are non-membranous. This diagram shows a plant cell. In this we can see ribosomes. Some ribosomes are free in the cytoplasm, whereas some ribosomes, they are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. Structure of ribosome. Ribosomes, they are found in the cytoplasm of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, whereas some they occur in organelles, like they are found in mitochondria and also in plastids. A ribosome is made from complexes of rRNA and proteins and is therefore a ribonucleoprotein. The ribosome were first noted by Robinson and Brown in 1953 in plant cells and by Pelled in 1955 in animal cells. Pelled in 1956 he coined the term ribosome. Ribosomes are also known as ribonucleoprotein factories. They are also called as Pelled particles and also protein factories. Ribosomes, they serve as the primary site for biological protein synthesis. Occurrence and distribution. They occur in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, ribosomes, they occur freely in the cytoplasm. And such ribosomes are called as free ribosomes. In eukaryotic cells, ribosomes, they either occur freely in the cytoplasm or they remain attached to the endoplasmic reticulum and nucleus. When these ribosomes, they are attached to the ER and nucleus, they are called as bounded ribosomes. Number. The number of ribosomes, they differ greatly. In bacterial cells, an average of about 10,000 ribosomes are seen. In plant cells, up to 5 lakh ribosomes. In eukaryotic cell, 1 million to 10 million ribosomes. So this number, it depends on the physiological ability of cell to produce proteins. They occur single and they are known as monosomes, and in cluster they are called as polysomes. So at the time of protein synthesis, 6 to 8 ribosomes, they temporarily join with a mRNA to form a cluster called polysome. Sedimentation coefficient. Ribosomes are of two basic types, 70S and 80S ribosomes. S refers to Swedberg units. This is a sedimentation coefficient which shows at what rate cell organelles sediments in an ultracentrifuge. The types of ribosomes. According to the sedimentation coefficient, two types of ribosomes have been recognized, 70S and 80S. Each ribosome is divided into two subunits, a smaller subunit and a larger subunit. The smaller subunit, it binds to a larger subunit and the mRNA. The larger subunit, it binds to the tRNA, the amino acids and the smaller subunit. Structure of prokaryotic ribosomes. All prokaryotes, they have 70S ribosomes. The molecular weight is 2.7 into 10 raised to 6 daltons. They occur in the prokaryotic cells of the blue-green algae and bacteria, and also in mitochondria and chloroplast of eukaryotic cells. 70S ribosomes. These are porous, hydrated and composed of the larger subunit, which is 50S, and the smaller subunit, which is 30S. These subunits, both the subunits, that is the larger subunit and the smaller subunit, they join together only during the process of protein synthesis. 30S subunit, it remains attached with the larger subunit, that is the 50S in the case of prokaryotic ribosomes, like a cap. So you can see in this diagram, there is this larger subunit 50S and the smaller subunit 30S. The smaller subunit, it remains attached with the larger subunit like a cap. The RNA and proteins are intertwined and arranged in a complex manner in the two subunits. The smaller subunit, it is asymmetrical. An indentation divides the subunit into two unequal parts, that is the head and the body. So it is made up of a head, a base and a platform. The platform separates head from the base with the help of a cleft. You can see over here the head, the base, larger subunit. It is made up of ridge, the central protuberance and a stalk. The ridge and the central protuberance are separated with the help of a valley. The function of ribosome is to take the actual message and the charged amino acid tRNA complex to generate the protein. The mRNA passes through a tunnel between the two subunits. Between the two subunits is a groove or channel through which the newly formed polypeptide chain comes out. Association and dissociation of subunits depend on the manganese ions. Association and dissociation of subunits depends on Mg ions concentration. The subunits of the ribosome are synthesized by the nucleolus. Ribosomes along with the tRNA helps to translate the protein coding genes in mRNA to protein. So to do so, they have three binding sites. One is for the mRNA and the two are for the tRNA. So the binding site for tRNA are the A site or the acceptor site, and the P site which binds the growing polypeptide tRNA. The P site which binds the growing polypeptidyl tRNA. The chemical composition. The ribosomes are composed of RNA, proteins and certain divalent metallic ions. So the RNA and protein ratio is 2:1. So you can see here it is the smaller subunit and the larger subunit. The smaller subunit, it is made up of 16S RNA and 21 proteins, whereas the 15S subunit, it is made up of 5S and 23S are RNA and 34 proteins. Besides, there are metal ions also present like Mg ions, calcium ions, Mn ions. These are the references, online references. Thank you.